And now we're going to another topic for our Spooktober special. 3D printing brains.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ooh. So, it's not as spooky as you think, but we now have a 3D printer that can print brains.
That's crazy. Okay.
We've gone over
Yeah.
we've gone over 3D printing food, or like AKA meat.
Yeah.
Like we've had they make 3D printed beef or 3D printed chicken or fish or something.
But now,
But now,
a brain, a functioning brain, right?
mm,
No,
we're not there yet. This is like proof of concept stuff. So I'll get into this in a second. Okay. So they're using these neural cells to 3D print the architecture for a cerebral cortex, which is like the control center for the brain.
Okay.
And this type of stuff is going to be very innovative for like trauma or stroke or people who had brain surgery.
Yeah.
Because if they're able to 3D print the material and put it into your brain.
Yeah, there's a bunch of possibilities with that. That's crazy. That's really impressive.
If they're able to like isolate the part that's like not functioning correctly, they can go take that part out, put in new like 3D printed version, and then you're potentially back to normal. But don't go getting your hopes up yet, because this is still in the early days of the study. But it would be helping. Apparently, I didn't realize this figure, but apparently there are 70 million people that suffer from TBIs, which is traumatic brain injuries.
Wow. That's a lot of people. That's actually a lot of people.
Which is any type of like just like hit to the head. So if you fall off your bike and smack your head on the ground, if it's a car accident or anything else where you are like jostled around, your head gets smacked around, there's a chance for a traumatic brain injury where like your brain smashes into your skull. And this will be promising. So
yeah, I want to give a disclaimer too. If you guys are riding a bike or doing any sport, make sure to wear a helmet, because it is apparently way more common to have these injuries. So so make sure you do that. I just wanted to give out that disclaimer because you mentioned, it's like with that amount of people, I think this it's
a high chance it could be you.
Yeah, which is we wouldn't want that, but I'm just saying that this sounds very promising, especially with the amount of people that it could help, because I feel like this is crazy. This is so impressive, actually. Like,
we're getting to literally the future at this point. So I feel like it's getting to like the point where it's like Elysium. If you remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
And they just go in like into a pod, and the pod just fixes them.
Yeah, it was only for the rich people.
I think that would probably be the case in general. Because a lot of these types of things are going to be probably pricey when they come out. So the thing that they're talking about right now is that they can already 3D print biomaterial. So biomaterial 3D printing is not a crazy thing that happens. Like, okay, so what? We can 3D print this. That's fine. It's basically if we 3D printed chicken. Yeah. They took it a step further. They take the essence, the human induced. Oh goodness.
The human
pluripotent
pluripotent
stem cells. So basically these
stem cells.
These stem cells, but they're very specific.
Okay.
And they make it into an ink. And with that ink they like print out.
That's crazy.
The specific architecture for the brain.
That is, you're right. We are getting into the realm of science fiction.
This is literally the sci-fi stuff right here.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. Like, okay, you printed out the brain, but like, they probably wouldn't work. Wrong. So.
Oh my God.
So they implanted these like printed brain tissues into mice, and apparently it works, which is wild. Like,
that's
this is
crazy.
Like, this is getting to like the what is it?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, the cyberpunk or Frankenstein.
Oh my God.
We're putting brains into other things, but The wild thing is that the implanted brain tissue, 3D printed brain tissue, and the mice brain were showing strong integration.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what this means, but it sounds impressive. It was projecting neural processes onto those cells, and there were a migration of neurons across the implanted boundary. So, like, whatever they had, the 3D printed stuff,
Yeah.
neurons were like growing through it, I guess. And, this is wild because, like I said, they were not doing 3D printed mice cells. These are 3D printed human brain cells
Yeah.
that they're putting into mice.
That's crazy. That's even crazy just to think about.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to say this because I know we talked about this not too long ago.
Wait, we talked about human brains?
No.
Oh.
Well, we did with Neuralink.
Oh,
So
yes.
I think like before we know it, I think this is going to be implemented and human testing is going to go down.
Oh, with 3D
Yeah.
printed brains?
Yeah, I think so. I think at some point there'll be like in the near future,
Mhm.
it's going to be a thing. And it should be
Yeah.
a good thing.
I think it'll definitely be helpful, but like, because I think there would be,
There's a lot of regulations because it's
well, yeah, because it's brain stuff, but also, like Alzheimer's, like improving that. But I wonder if it'll ever get to the point where, it's like improving, like going beyond, like
Yeah.
make you smarter. Could 3D printing more brain and attaching it to your brain like
oh my
help you?
god.
But I think this type of research, I hope goes fast because I think this is the type of thing that would help a lot of like football players.
Oh yeah, especially.
Yeah, because this is like a thing that's been an issue with like football players or boxers, any people that get concussions a lot.
Yeah.
Where now the brain is like really traumatized and
That's
like
sad. Yeah,
it is really sad.
It's
But if this type of research continues, they might see a future where they're able to kind of like supplement or like help fix those parts of the brain that have been like injured.
Yes, and we just want to say that if you like this story, make sure to like and subscribe. We put out videos daily. We have a library of over 100 videos, closing in on 200.
Yeah. And let us know down below whether you think adding new brain will make you a different person.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Like, imagine like, oh, he got better. And it's like, well, is he different? I don't know. Like,
That's crazy.
like
I didn't even think about that.
Where do they get the brain cells? Like, is it a different brain? I mean, like, you could say it's like, like there's a neutral cell. It's like, oh, it's not like genetically coded to one person or other. But like maybe something's in there.
Yeah, I imagine you come back as a different person.
Oh, I mean, I wonder though, because like, maybe that's the part that was injured was like where your personality was. Like,
oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right.
You come back as like slightly a different person. I mean, like you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I do feel like we're getting to where it's like Wolverine or Deadpool, where like, oh, yes,
oh my god, you just
now.
said heal. Oh my god. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.